What is going on, guys? Miles here, and in this video we'll be taking a look at the stats of the MG81 light machine gun, which was one of the newest DLC weapons added with the Shamrock and Awe event in Call of Duty World War II, and we'll be trying to figure out how good this weapon is and whether it's worth spending your armory credits on it. Let's do this. Before we start, I'd just like to give a shout out to another YouTuber who makes Call of Duty World War II videos, and that is KingXStudX, who let me use the gameplay which you guys are seeing in the background of the MG81 LMG, because unfortunately I don't actually have this weapon myself. I spent all my credits on the M38, which was the other new DLC weapon that was a submachine gun, so I don't actually have this weapon myself, and this guy let me use his gameplay which he had of the MG81, so shout out to him. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description so you can check him out. Crafting the MG81 is fairly expensive. It costs around 18,000 armory credits, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to do that before the event ends in about a week or so, but you can also unlock the weapon through a supply drop by getting one of its variants, and I believe there are a total of 3 variants which you can get in the supply drops. One of them is a rare, one is an epic, and one is a heroic. So let's take a look at the stats of the MG81. Now, the main things I'm looking out for are the damage, the rate of fire, the ammunition, as well as the reload time. One of the big problems with LMGs is their low rate of fire, as well as their high reload time, which makes them often outclassed by assault rifles in the game, which is why a lot of people don't bother to use them. One nice feature about the MG81 is that it does actually have the fastest reload time out of all the LMGs in the game, coming in at 4.5 seconds, which is still a fairly long time, but most of the other LMGs do have a longer time of 5.2 seconds, so it is quite a difference actually. It's almost an entire second less to reload your weapon, but then again it is still a lot longer than the ARs and the SMGs in the game. But then you've got to consider that the MG81 actually has the largest magazine size out of all the LMGs in the game as well, coming in at 60 bullets in a magazine, which is pretty damn good, considering a lot of the other LMGs only hold 30 or 50 bullets. So that large magazine size combined with the short reload time, I think will make this weapon really good. I would say the damage for the MG81 is slightly above average compared to the other LMGs in the game. It ranges anywhere between 35 and 22, making it possible to get a 3-bullet kill, which is actually pretty good because most LMGs in the game do require 4 or more bullets to get a kill. The only other ones which can do a 3-bullet kill are the Bren and the Lewis. But the rate of fire for the MG81 isn't that great. It does have the second lowest rate of fire in its class, coming in at 491 rounds per minute. The Bren has the lowest at 300, and the Lewis, which is the other 3-bullet kill LMG, has 517 rounds per minute, so that is the one downside to the MG81. One last thing to mention is the aim down sights time, because the weapon description for the MG81 says it does have the best aim down sights time out of all the LMGs in the game, and this is true. It has an aim down sights time of 290 milliseconds, but the other LMGs only have an aim down sights time of 300 milliseconds, so you literally only save 10 milliseconds whilst aiming down sights with this weapon, which I don't think is a huge deal. So in conclusion, I think the MG81 is a really good LMG and I would like to get it myself. Compared to the other DLC LMG, the GPMG, I think the MG81 is better in almost every way. The GPMG was quite an underwhelming DLC weapon, and I think they did a pretty good job with this MG81. It does seem to be pretty good, and the recoil from what I've seen does seem to be fairly manageable as well. But let me know what you think of this weapon down in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel for more Call of Duty, and also subscribe to KingXStudX who provided the gameplay. But hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time with another video.